In this video, I'm going to give you a quick answer and a nuanced answer to the question that is sometimes asked and often enough happens. Help! I missed a day. Now, the standard advice. If you forget to take Warfarin and suddenly remember, then take it up till midnight. Otherwise, just take the next day as normal. Never take a double dose in catch-up. Inform the medical staff of what happened. If you forget 2 days, then seek help as an emergency. That's pretty good advice. I would agree with that. But here is some nuanced advice. And I'm taking, as usual, the typical standard example of the normal dose being 5 milligrams. The moment that you've noticed that you've forgotten, then take an INR, measure it. And with that figure in mind, you can nudge to a maximum catch-up of 70%. If the INR is high, then there is margin, and nudging will be slight. If the INR is low, then nudging is needed to counteract the drop in INR. So go ahead and put in some higher doses, but not up to 100%. Keep it below the 70% of 7, 6, and then 5 milligrams. And we self-dosers have to get very good at making sure we have Warfarin in our pockets or Warfarin in the handbags, and making sure that perhaps our spouses have some available as well. Make a few sets of 2 or 3 days of vital medicines like Warfarin. I keep a set in my purse and another in my shopping bag. These sets are incredibly useful when the evening routine changes. They're also incredibly useful when going to hospital emergency. I've been to emergency, and late at night the pharmacy seems to close down, and here I am trying to take my regular dose of Warfarin, and the hospital emergency services have always been very glad when I produced my own, and they didn't have to find a doctor to prescribe it, and then the emergency pharmacist, and then someone to get it, and so on. So it's always very useful to have your own supply of medicine with you. And I would say that here, an appeal in Britain, it's time we had some 24-hour pharmacists. And they need to be in every village, town, and city. So if people lose their medicines or lose track of them, they can get hold of their get hold of an emergency supply of medicines without having to go to accident and emergency.